we're going to help you make the most of your back-to-school budget by shopping the secondhand economy. And we welcome Kathy Buckworth to the program with some money-saving tips and more for students. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
This is exactly the age bracket that wants to save.
Absolutely. I have child number 3 heading off to university in a couple of weeks, so this is very near and dear to my heart. It costs a lot of money. It's not just tuition, residence, etc. There's so many other things that students need to save money on. First of all, the secondhand economy is huge. Last year,
especially here in Calgary.
Calgarians are the most likely to trade items in the second-hand economy. All Canadians.
Wow.
How about that? And the economy itself is about $29 billion in 2016 alone. There was a Kijiji study done on that. It's just fascinating. Canadians saving on average about $850 a year doing this. So how can students save money? Well, there's some main categories that they're going to need when they start moving away to school. Technology is a big one, of course, now. Laptops, you're looking at tablets, maybe some speakers. They're going to need this. I always say on the laptop, if you're not so sure about buying a used one to start school with, sell your old one and use the money to upgrade to a new one. So use the economy that way if you really need to upgrade for your classes. Supplement. Housewares. Even if they're moving into residence, and my kids did, they need, you need to live on those noodles in your room, right? So you need the kettle, you're making some coffee. Sometimes you have to provide your own kitchen equipment, all of that sort of thing. Home furnishings, they want to make their room their own. They want, maybe not strip everything out of their bedroom at home. And a really big one is textbooks. You still have to spend, about $200 in these back-breaking textbooks that students carry around. And I've known some students who've actually tried to download textbooks and they've gotten scammed. So you actually really have to watch that. Go online, find the most recent version. Textbooks are a huge thing. Change them right at your school, at the university, with the person who's selling them.
Yeah.
And then sell them again.
My stomach hurt. Those are so expensive.
Gosh, so expensive.
Yes.
And things, again, like desk lamps, etc. So check the list when they're moving in to see what they need and see what's required of you to bring with them. Another big expense could be a car. Student might have been saving for it. Parents might have helped out with that. Kijiji has a new car listing every 2 seconds. Over 1 million cars. I heard Andrew say he had bought or sold 4 cars. So a great resource as well as the kids are heading off. Other things you really want to talk to your kids about are really what is the school costing them. I think a lot of students, particularly if they're not footing the bill, are unaware of tuition costs, residence, meal plans. They should know what this is costing them. They should know because they should be setting up a budget. They should also know because it gives them what I call skin in the game. So if they know how much it costs, hopefully they're working a little bit harder knowing that money is
just like real life.
Just like real life. They can also look for scholarships, awards, bursaries. Many go unclaimed because students and parents just aren't aware that they're there. So check your university or college websites for those types of things, other associations. I also always encourage students to think about getting a part-time job at school. A lot of them will say, I'm going to be so busy, my course load. You know what? Just try. There's tons of jobs available right at the universities, and that can give you that extra income as well when you're looking at things. I call it beer and books. That's what my kids have to provide, right? The beer can cost a bit too. So, to supplement their income.
Like that you put an official title on it.
Yes, exactly, the beer and book market. And but just, again, making that budget so they see money coming in, money going out, have them understand how a credit card works. You had referred to that earlier. As well as maybe a no-fee bank account, these things that they really need to start managing their own money. And what a great time to do that first year of transition when they're, it's a little bit softer landing into the real world when they hit the residence.
And there are some really great opportunities as students to get into financial planning at an affordable cost, particularly in line of credits and bursaries and other things that you mentioned.
And we just don't teach that as much coming out of high school, going to university and college. So as a parent, you've got about 2 weeks, I think my daughter moves in 2 weeks, to sit down with them and really just have those conversations with them around money. It's really important because we want them to start off right when they hit school. Yeah,
that's an exciting time. Okay, just really quickly, you were mentioning to me these pots and pans. How much of a savings if you do
this whole table, if I had the other 2 pans here, which were would have been $1,100 if those other 2 pots that match that set were on this table alone.
And think about what you can do as a student with that money.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, more textbooks, not more beer, right? But maybe.
That's a good one, Mom. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jill.
Great information as always.